Hi guys, it's me again, and today we are going to do a very big book haul of the books I read some time ago. I haven't read them recently, but I read them some time ago, and I was thinking maybe I could share them with you guys. The number one book is Sold by Patricia McCormack. I first came across this book when I was in Kathmandu, Nepal in 2010. I bought it from Canada in 2013 and read it. It's an amazing book. It's basically about a 13-year-old girl called Lakshmi who lives in a small village in Nepal. She is an innocent girl and she's done nothing wrong to anyone, and she likes playing with her friends, but she has no choice. She doesn't know what to do, and then her stepfather sells them into prostitution to India, and she is stuck with a woman called Mumtaz who forces her to do bad things, and she can't get out of that situation until and unless she has repaid all the money and the debt that her stepfather had done. So in the end, the brothel where she is made to sell her body is raided, and she is freed from that misery and everything. It was an amazing book, and it's written very beautifully, and you can see the cover of it. It's lovely, and it's really short actually. It's like written in a short manner. I like this book. It was really short and a very well written read, and you guys should read this book. It's about Nepal and about how a young girl had to suffer so much. The second book I'm going to show you is called The House in the Sky. It's basically about a Canadian girl called Amanda Lindhout and Sarah Corbat. It's about a Canadian girl who lives in Canada. She works at a bar in a city in Canada, and then she goes to South America with her boyfriend, and then she comes back, and what she wants to do is she wants to travel the world. She is very adventurous, and she wants to travel the world and get to know everyone and meet different people and go to different places. She then travels to Bangladesh, from where she goes to India and then to Pakistan, and then she becomes a news reporter and reports from two countries which are very dangerous, which are Afghanistan and Iraq. After that, she decides to go to a place called Somalia, which is the most dangerous place on earth, and very few people go there, and very few people have the guts to go there and report about the things which are happening and are taking place in that country, which is Somalia. Over there, she is in a total mess and in a crisis, and she is captured. Captured by some Somali pirates who force her to change her religion and become a Muslim, and they demand money in return for her freedom. So her family does not have enough money to help her. So in the end, they try to run away, but then they are caught again. She finds a friend. She makes a friend, and they are in the situation in the same boat together, and they do not know what to do. So in the end, their families are ready to pay the ransom, and Amanda Lindhout goes back to Canada, from where she belongs to, and her friend goes back to Australia, where he belongs to. The next book we are going to talk about is called Taming the Beast. This is a very well written novel which I read a long time ago, and it is about a 14-year-old girl called Sarah Clark. It is based in Australia in the year 1995. Sarah Clark is a young 14-year-old girl who starts having a sexual relationship with her English teacher called Daniel Carr, and they become engrossed in a sexual relationship. And then the teacher Daniel Carr does not meet, this is the book, Sarah Clark for many years. When they meet again, she finds out that she has been having sexual relationship with many men over the period of years, and he is very disturbed because of that. And then he takes her to his house in the end and abuses her. That's how the book ends. It was a fun read though. The next book I'm going to talk about is Born with Wings by Daisy Khan. Daisy Khan is an Indian writer who grew up in Kashmir in a very religious family. They fasted in the month of Ramzan and prayed 5 times a day. And she grew up in the country in Srinagar, which is in India. And she lived a happy childhood, and then she got married to an imam, and then she went to United States of America to have a new life and to have a better life and more freedom. She experienced culture shock over there when she met people from different countries and met Jews and people who are not Muslims. And the story is all about her life and how she lives. It's about 9/11. It's about various things. Anyways, the next book we are going to talk about is called Educated by Tara Westover. You might have heard about this book in many places. It's a very famous book. In fact, Bill Gates also praised it. Well, it's actually a true story. It's a book by Tara Westover. She has never been to a school before, and she's never been to a hospital because her parents don't believe in sending their children to school or to the hospital. So she has no medical records, nor does she have a birth certificate or anything like that. And her parents are from Idaho in the United States of America, and they are very strict religiously, and they don't let her daughter go to school, and they keep her at home. And then her brother becomes very abusive towards her, and then at the age of 16 she has to leave her house and make a living for herself, which is very difficult. And then what she does is that she wants to get educated as soon as possible. She enrolls in the Cambridge University and starts studying. That's how the book ends. The next book we are going to talk about is called Tales from Firozabad by Rohinton Mistry. Rohinton Mistry is basically an Indian novelist and a short story writer. I don't really enjoy reading short stories. For instance, I read Anita Desai's Twilight, some Anita Desai's short stories, which I did not like. I read Danial Moinuddin's in Other Wonders, in Other Rooms, Other Wonders, who is a Pakistani writer. I didn't like that as well. But these collection of short stories by Rohinton Mistry were pretty good. I mean, they revolved around an apartment building in Bombay and about the people who lived over there. Okay, the next book I'm going to talk about is just lovely. It's a true story. It's called Disgraced by Saira Ahmed. This is a memoir. It's a true story. It is about a woman called Saira Ahmed who is accused of dishonoring her family and her relatives. She is born in 1971 and she lives in the UK, Great Britain, England, with her parents, and she is not allowed to talk to boys or even look at boys. And then she falls in love with a man, and her parents accuse her of dishonoring them and putting down their pride. And then she is sent to Pakistan where she becomes a sex slave and is uh, raped continuously by her husband, and then she goes back to the UK, and then she comes back to Pakistan, and then what happens is that she wants to escape from Pakistan, and then she books her tickets and goes to the back to the UK, but she's still scared that her brothers will find out and kill her in the name of honor killing, and she lives secretly, and then she gets married again to a guy, although she misses the other person who she fell in love with, and then she has a child with him, but that guy is abusive towards her, so she calls the police and he is behind bars. This was a brilliant memoir. I just loved reading it, and it was really well written. The next book we are going to talk about is called Lucky by Alice Sebold. This is also a true story. It's basically a memoir about a young girl who is only 18 years old, and she is raped in a park by a man who rapes her continuously and tells her to take off her clothes, and she is raped continuously, and then he lets her go, and she is so frightened to tell anyone about her ordeal, but she finally tells her parents, and they are very upset, and in the end what happens is that the young girl's rapist is brought to justice, and he is punished for doing what he did, so that that doesn't happen to anyone after this. The last book we are going to talk about is called Ranaya's Diary. I bought this book from Lahore, Pakistan, from the Readings bookshop. It was a brilliant memoir. It's in the beginning they've compared this memoir with Anne Frank's journey, who was a girl living in Netherlands during Hitler's regime. This is basically about Renaya Spiegel, who is a young girl from Poland. She is Jewish. She writes poetry, and she wants to become write poetry and wants to become a poetess. But she is Jewish. She starts writing a diary so that she can have a friend who she can express her feelings and emotions with, since she had no one to talk to. And then what happens is that she lives in Poland, and Germany and Russia invade her country, and her life is ruined. She prays to God to help her, and she also falls in love with a guy and misses her mother because she's not with her. In the end, she goes to a concentration camp where she is shot dead, and then her sister lives to tell the tale. It's about Jews, and it's about the Holocaust. These are the books I read recently, and some of them I read a long time ago, several years ago. This is going to be my first book haul, and I hope you guys liked it, and do let me know if you read any of the books I showed you. Okay, bye for now. See you in the next video.